Hello everybody, and welcome to what will probably be my best XP farm ever. This is an extremely powerful XP farm, and it has the ability to send you from level 0 to level 60 plus in under 20 minutes. No jokes. Behind me here I've got a small sample size, just to show you what the end result will look like. Let me just pop myself into survival. So yeah, we're farming pigmen. This is our kill chamber. We come through here, give them a whack, and our XP pops on through. I just need to wait for that to absorb. Alright, so let me show you guys how we go about building this. Before we get to the build of this farm, it's very important that you get your hands on one of these. A monster spawner. And yes, you can actually get these. So, if you level up the ability treasure hunting under the L menu, it gives you loads of good stuff like music discs and troll tusks and so on, but you also have a chance to get yourself one monster spawner. This is a vanilla Minecraft spawner, so it will spawn pigs by default. But that's right. So you'll have to do some digging. Because I've been looking for music discs, I've actually found about 8 of these in my survival world. So you'll just have to go and do a lot of digging because you can't build this farm without one of these. Alright, so as you might have noticed, there is a nether portal there. So yes, we'll be linking this with a second part in the nether a bit later on. As for now, for this part here, let's have a look. So, it is 4x4, dimension-wise, 4 blocks here, 4 blocks there, lovely stuff. And these are simply lush stone blocks, which is what the Lycanite's dungeons are made out of. I use them because they are blast-proof. So build yourself a nice little column, 4x4 blocks, and then from here, from the floor, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. The 5th of which will be the base of our nether portal. Right, so right underneath this first block, so right here, we put ourselves some grates. Now grates, I quite like. They are pretty cool. Grates you make out of iron bars. And that gives you 4 iron grates. Grates allow items to pass through them, which is why we have them here. So any items will fall through grates, but any entities will stay here. It's pretty useful. Mobs like chickens and cows and pigs are afraid of these as well, so they won't walk over these. Pretty handy for building farms. Right, and then we have our hoppers underneath. Simply it's 2 blocks there, as you can see, so the interior is 2x2, but this outer part we just add some grates as well, because some of the items will fall here. And then we put some hoppers underneath, so 6 hoppers there. And then these are all crates, as you can see. And then just a string of hoppers going down as our collection system, all pointing into the crate next door. So all of our items go down there. Because this farm has actually got a bit of an item, it's a funny thing to have, it has a bit of an item issue in that there are too many items. So I've added some more grates here with a single bucket of acid underneath, just so I can throw out garbage items like so, as a bit of a an item bin, because items get destroyed instantly by acid. Cool. That is the base. So from these grates, this block here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we said, I think, up to there. Build yourself a standard nether portal, which is 2x3. Nice little frame like such. And then we fill this in with any block, really. So you want 1 block space only to be here, so that 2 block entities such as ourselves can't walk through here. We'll be exiting on the other side to stop ourselves from getting stuck in here. Then right here you add yourself a trapdoor there, open on up. 1 already there, and 1 there, like I saw. Cool. Then you should have 1 free block here, and then we get ourselves some vines. These are very important. Entities, you see, entities that are technically within vines or ladders, so here, 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 they all count as if they are within the vine at the moment. And what that does is that avoids mob cramming completely. So mobs will never die of mob cramming, allowing us to store hundreds of mobs in this 2x2 square. which is exactly what we want. So we go ahead, we put down our vines here, like so. You should have 3 blocks of vines, like so, and obviously this side as well, and I just broke that, whoops. There, boom, boom, there we go. So 3 high, and then it should look like this, and then perfect. From here, you put yourself a trapdoor there, nope, not there. There, let me just set the time to day before stuff starts spawning here. Is it raining? It is raining. Let me just set the weather to clear as well. Okay, we continue. So you should have trapdoor there, and very important this part as well. This needs to be top type slabs, well, top side slabs rather. So 2 of these. If you don't do this, your pigs will try and auto path around, and they'll try and squeeze through, and they will die. So this configuration has to be 2 slabs, 2 trapdoors for the XP, otherwise it won't work. Cool. I just saw some stairs or whatnot, killing room. And you should probably make this safe, by the way, as well. This area, don't do it on the surface like I have chosen to here. Probably build it underground, because if you lose any of your pigs, if they die as a pig, you lose your spawner. So they are very precious. From here, we just go about, close this on up, like so. Smack yourself a roof on if you wish to do so. And then we just fill all these up like so. Don't skip out, by the way, these corners, and make sure you fill them in. If you skip out on these corners, or make them, I think, if they are clear blocks, make them solid blocks as well, then you'll have zombie pigmen flying everywhere. So, yeah, make sure these blocks, the 4x4, they are solid, sturdy blocks. Cool. As for here, this is, of course, a nether portal. Just gonna break that for now. What I've done here is I've added myself some nether brick fence gates here, because they can't catch fire. Because you will get belfs and what are the other things? Mites, I think, and that's spawning here as well. So nether brick fence, they won't burn. You'll find a belf here every now and then, and they will shoot you and set you on fire. And then this is just an obsidian pressure plate, so these can open on up, so that when we come through this portal, all of our pigs will walk on through there, and they'll fall down there. And we exit through here, so we don't get stuck in there with them. I just close that off, boom, and just ladder or whatever you want to do further. And then this part done. This is very important. Do this part first, by the way, before we do the part in the nether, because like I said, if you lose too many of your pigs, you lose your spawner. So, very precious. Don't let your pigs die. Cool. Now from here, we need to connect this with a portal in the nether, so let's go ahead and do that part now. Alright, so once we got our nether portal all fired up, we need to link it with another portal on the other side. So get yourself a compass, and stand on top of it, and then check what your X and Z coordinates are. Don't worry about Y, because height doesn't matter. You can build it as high or low within the nether as you want, and it will link with the X and Z coordinates. So that's all fine. And then we need to pop on through. Now, I don't know why this is, whether it's an RLCraft thing or a vanilla 1.2 thing, but portals are broken, so we need to fix it from the nether's side. Once we've popped on through, it will give us a portal. But the portal it generates within the nether is not the accurate coordinates in order to link with the same portal that's in the overworld, and I don't know why that is. So, take your coordinates from the portal in the overworld and divide it by 8, so the X and Z, and then you know what these coordinates need to be. If you're too lazy, like me, I've got a link in the video description to a nether portal calculator where you simply just type them in and it'll tell you what these coordinates need to be. So as an example, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, if I were to go back through this same portal, this is not consistent to where the exit should be in the overworld. So let's see where we pop back out. In some tree somewhere. See, this is not what we want. So you need to fix this manually. Let's pop on back. Here we are. We break this one. You use the coordinates that you got from the site, or just by dividing it by 8, and then you move that portal to the correct coordinates. Mine should be right around here. And then from here, I've just gone all the way up to the nether ceiling, because that is the safest place for this. So go all the way... We go all the way up until you see bedrock. And then we build ourselves a little room. Nice little safe room. Cool. I put myself some glass here, because our spawners will be spawning on that side here. And here we build ourselves another portal. Because it's those coordinates there. This one will be linked, you'll see, as soon as we link them up. So, where your coordinates are, build yourself another portal that is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks wide by 3. There we go. So just a big old nether portal. And then here we place grass blocks. So get yourself some silk touch or whatever. Put yourself 4 grass blocks here on this side of the portal with some air above it. And you put 4 grass... grass? Yes, grass blocks here, not glass. Anyway. This is simply glowstone. This is to light this area up, because these are the spawning requirements for pigs. Our spawners will not spawn unless you don't have grass blocks and light. And then I just simply put myself a ladder over here so we can hop on over, but our pigs stay there. Now, we go back to the spawner I was telling you guys about. So, your monster spawner. These, like I said, will by default spawn pigs. So we now pop these in here, or we pop them there in a moment. And then what we'll do is, we simply AFK here, and I've calculated these as soon as we light up the portal, of course. I've calculated these to spawn 10 pigs per minute. So, once we light up this portal, which we can just do now, then we place our 2 spawners here and here. Pop, pop. They start spawning like so. With the configuration of these grass blocks, half of the time they will spawn touching the actual portal, so they'll just pop straight on through. Just to quickly test this to show you guys that this is working, if we go through this nether portal, here we go. This is where our killing zone is, and we pop back through. Cool. Ladder, pop on over, we stand here, pigs keep on spawning, and there we go. Now, be careful, guys. I have to warn you guys, because we are working with an extreme amount of mobs here. I'll be AFKing here for 10 minutes, because I'm using 2 spawners. That means I'm gonna have 200 pigs waiting for me on the other side, which is a lot. So, if you guys want to test this first, if you're on a server, they will hate you, you might crash the server, so I don't recommend this. This is not a friendly server mob farm. If you want to test it, sure, AFK for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes first, and then see how it goes, because once you pop through this portal back to the other end, there is an absolute assload of mobs that'll be waiting for us. So, with that being said, I am going to AFK here because this is my single player world. I've got 2 spawners on the go. I'm going to stand here for 20 minutes or so, and you'll see the pigs just kind of spawn on through. The reason, by the way, why we have grass on both sides is so that these spawners can spawn on both sides, and that if the pig like that one doesn't spawn in the nether portal, he will eventually try to walk to the other side and he'll just chuck himself through the portal. Each spawner will spawn around 1 to 2 pigs in a go, and they won't stop spawning up until that specific spawner has got 6 pigs in this area. So even though the pigs kind of pile up after a while, as long as that specific spawner hasn't spawned 6 pigs, as in 6 of those don't belong to that one spawner, they'll just keep spawning, so this doesn't affect our spawn rates at all, so don't worry about it. They'll just keep spawning at maximum efficiency, and we just hang around here. Hello, little piggy. Yes. Oh yeah. And like I said, don't let them die. You lose your pigs, you lose your spawner. Cool. And let's AFK for about 10 minutes. Alrighty. Been AFK for between 10 to 20 minutes somewhere. So, we shall head on back and prepare for lag. Now let me just re-emphasize once more. If you want to try this, test it, like something like 5 minutes or whatever of AFK time, then kind of slowly push it up, see if your single player world, or server for that matter, can even handle this. Because with the amount of mobs on the other end, you could quite easily end up breaking or corrupting your world, or the server for that matter, so be careful. With that being said, let's pop on through, be prepared for a potential fight. On the nether portal on the other end, there could be some mobs waiting for us, a Balf or a little mite, that sort of thing. So let's pop on through and, yeah, prepare for lag. Okay, there we go, and we are out of there. That's exactly why we have those little gates, so we don't get stuck between all of those pigs. Cool, let me just pop myself to creative real quick. Now, from here you can see the FPS dropping already, if I look in that direction. So that is, yeah, that looks terrible. So this is what, I don't know, anywhere between 200 and, by my calculations, 1.4 billion pigs look like. All condensed that aren't dying from mob cramming. Now, for the other part, and before I show you guys this, quick shout out to Skritch for his video on Reddit, which is where I got this idea. I'll leave a link to his video on Reddit where he converted a lot of pigs using the charged emerald, which kind of led to this whole idea coming to fruition. Alrighty. Now, conversion. We need a lightning arrow to do this. So, lightning arrow, flint, blaze, blaze rod, obviously, and feather. And with a lightning strike, it will convert certain mobs, mainly pigs and villagers. Pigs to pigmen, villagers to witches. So I suppose if you wanted to, and you have an excess of villagers for whatever reason, you could probably make a witch farm this way as well. Anyway, so where the lightning strikes, I'm going to shoot that middle block there. In a 5x5 block radius, in a whole column upwards, because lightning comes from the sky, it will convert all of these mobs. So let's shoot an arrow. Pew! And there we go. We have a zombie pigman and a witch, which I don't quite want here, because witch is bad. Alrighty. So, we use that. I could just feel my FPS being so low. Just gonna break this, break that. Right underneath this hopper here, I have a dispenser pointing upwards with some lightning arrows in. So it's gonna hit this block directly above it, causing a lightning strike to come from above. And we will have bulk conversion. Gonna add some redstone here, but you know, just add a button or whatever. And then here, let us watch. Oh, hang on. There's some pigs up there. If they do sit in the nether portal up there, just lure them with some carrots. Not carrots or potatoes. You, come down here. Cool, join the rest. Okay, and now... Actually, before I do this, there's gonna be a lot of mobs, guys. Like, a lot. So there's gonna be infernal mobs, there's gonna be blight mobs, all that good stuff in there. So try and make this area safe. Where your killing room is, like, try and door it off, you know, wall it off, add a safe door, whatever, in case you die, because they'll have vengeance, ninja, ghastly, whatever, everything in between. And now, finally, let us convert. It lives! Alright, so we got infernal mobs drowning us and so on. So get yourself a nice strong weapon. Has Arc/Slash or Sweeping Edge 3 on, with Education 3 as well, so we get 90% extra HP. Well, XP rather. Cool. Gonna stand here, gonna hold shift, and then I'm going, well, for the increased damage, and then we slice away. Okay. And lag ensues. Now just keep on swinging here periodically, because there's loads of lag, and there's gonna be infernals about still. So let's go about and just swing and swing and swing up until they all go away. And we have Giganto lag. because of all the items. And, well, we got silverfish as well as a ninja boy behind us. And silverfish. Dang, let me just give these guys a swing if I can. Yeah. Get off me. Wow, these webs are super annoying to use. Stop it. Can we just deal with these dudes? Ah, is there still one? Okay, right. And now we just wait for the XP to get absorbed. So we were level 7 there, I think. Didn't actually check my level. But anyway, let's just wait for the XP to pop on. It's at this point that I probably need some elevator music or something. Yes. XP absorption has never taken so long. Whee! Woo, wee, woo. Hey, that's kinda cool. Come to me, my sardine friends. So yeah, don't do too many. As you can see, I got extreme amounts of lag there. And make this place safe. Don't lose the pigs. Pigs die. You lose your spawners. And apart from that, that is this farm. Just gonna wait for this to eventually be absorbed by my poor dude. And then we'll see how much we got. Oh, nearly there. Yeah, there we go. Level 69. Nice. Alright. And that's it. There you go, dudes. Dudes and gals and dudettes and whatever. This is probably going to be the best XP farm for a while, unless Shiboxy sees need to nerf it. Apart from that, that's all from me. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that blah blah blah. Good stuff will be much appreciated. I've also got a Discord. I'll leave the link in the video description. It's quite new, so you know, it's a work in progress and all that. And apart from that, this is Zerger saying, happy RLCrafting, and have yourselves an awesome day. Alrighty. Cheers. Bark, bark.